We're back. Chainsaw Man, red and blue today. Let's get this shit. I'll start with this Denshi. If there's a marker underneath it, this gets 2K, so it'll be 35. On play, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a Devil Hunter, Public Safety, or the 2/2 Lollipop event, you can place it face down underneath this card as marker. In the beginning of your opponent's attack phase, you may move this card to an empty slot in your opponent's front row that has a character facing it. So it is a 35 chaser that gets a marker.
Good.
Pretty good.
This is also the one that can become a choice trigger with that Aki, right?
Yes. This is the
cool.
This is definitely the best, like, just big, like, level 0 field plus card in the set. This is about your only option. So if you want to play that kind of card, which is an actual question in Chainsaw Man, there's a lot of options. You definitely play this one. Actually, I will give it the A, just because I like really, the Futaba.
It really does feel like just a sick. A for if you're looking for an oversized.
We'd love Gil Thunder.
Yeah, Gil Thunder. Gil Thunder do be good. Oh yeah, he is literally Gil Thunder.
It's literally Gil Thunder, yeah.
Yeah, Gil Thunder that hits on a specific event as well. Power creep, insane. All right, next card. John.
All right, we have a level 0 Makima. You're going to see this card a lot. It reads, when this card is placed on stage, you can pay the cost, which is pay 1, send a Devil Hunter or Public Safety character in your waiting room to bottom of clock. If you did, you search your deck for a level 1 or lower, reveal it to the opponent, add to hand, shuffle afterwards. It is also an alarm card. If this card is on top of your clock at the beginning of your climax phase, choose one of your Devil Hunter or Public Safety characters during this turn. It gets the following effect. When this card attacks, look at 2 from the top of your deck and place them on top of your deck in any order. That's nuts.
Good Ricky.
Very good Ricky.
Good Ricky.
Really good Ricky.
They were like,
good Ricky.
Give the set every good 0 we could possibly think of.
Good Ricky.
Hold on now. It's not pay 1 to potentially +2.
Oh shit. It's not.
It could be better.
It's not Yukina.
I think that the search as a specific card has a relevant effect for like a card that you don't want to play later. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave my rating. It's good, Ricky. Good.
I want to give that an A+. That is a stupid combination of effects stapled together.
Yeah, just because, like, you know, you don't want a Ricky later, so this is like the card you probably clock if you have it, and then you just get a totally reasonable effect out of it just for clocking it.
Yeah, so. I mean, what's your best use of most Rickies? Leveling them? At least this one does something afterwards.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of crazy.
All right. Moving on, Ollie.
All right, we got this level 3 Makima. She's squishing things.
Yep, just squishing things. Yep.
You have to squish
She kind of squishes them and then they go pop. They blow up.
Yeah, pop goes the weasel.
Pop goes the weasel, yeah.
Very unapologetic about it, too. 3/2, 10K. If you have the Ricky that we just looked at in your clock, this gets -1 level. And then when this is placed on stage from hand, you choose a...
That's the climax.
The door. Yeah, you choose the door in your waiting room and you add to hand or set it to stock. And then when this card attacks, if the door's in your climax zone, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a Devil Hunter or Devil character or event, choose up to one of your opponent's characters, send it to the waiting room, and this gets 2K power. Yo, we love Katsuhira.
Such a stupid card. I remember reading the spoiler and sending it over to Tim. And he's like, of course it combos with the alarm as well. Like, what a stupid card.
But like,
also,
you play this and you just like always stock it until you play the last one, and then you pick up your door for turn, and then you just keep playing it.
Hold on now. We finally have an explanation for why it's called comeback trigger. Because when you play this card, it comes back to hand.
Whoa.
It was all for this.
It was all for this one card.
How did they know?
Kidani's fucking...
machinations are finally unraveling.
His his fucking 15-year plan.
Yeah, that's a... That's just like crazy combo to
It's
me.
fucking railgun and just shooting stuff, dude.
No, you're squishing things. We've
Oh
covered
yeah,
that.
we're squishing them.
We're squishing them.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
It's like the vegan Worcestershire sauce.
I'm sorry.
Have I told you? Wait, have I told you this bit?
No.
No. Okay, so it was like, what was it? My one buddy is like, he's vegetarian, and he was like, oh, I can't use Worcestershire sauce. I gotta find a thing. And I was like, oh no, it's vegetarian. It's vegan. It's like, no, it has fish sauce in it. And I'm like, well, no. They just like they take the fish and they like put them in like this machine that very gently squeezes them to release the oils, and then releases them back into the wild. It's a vegan Worcestershire sauce. That's what she's
The
making.
vegans are Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire sauce. All right.
Okay. Well,
but seriously, about this card, I do think it is kind of just crazy.
It is crazy, but like it's also a CX slot. It's a valuable CX slot
Okay, it is, but also
for a
if you
card
do
that's
choose
not
to play
winning
this,
the game.
I mean,
if
you
have
chose
the alarm
violence.
on top. If you did choose violence and you have the alarm on top, it is guaranteed to proc at least once.
True.
I mean, it's
So
very
you're
flavorful.
Probably winning. It's very flavorful. You're probably winning 2 lanes at 13,000 and popping a card, squishing a card.
Yeah,
my
you're
bad.
squishing.
Squishing.
You're squishing a card. My bad.
Squish.
Yeah, you squish them.
I mean, I think it's fine. If you're playing like a board pop centric strategy, you could like reasonably do this like every turn. So which is what you have to do. Like you have to stop your opponent from like ever putting anything back out again.
I just feel like if you're playing this, it probably needs to be like a split CX, but like
Probably.
you have like fucking 5 CX swappers in this deck.
You have 5 CX swappers, and also like the card does just salvage the same climax every time, because you only need the one in there, even if you play multiple, because you can send it to stock and then get it back out. I think it's quite good. It also does just squish Alice very well.
She fucking squishes her.
She squishes her, dude. You blow up a card and then you're bigger than they can be. Well, that's pretty good.
Her head just pops.
It just pops, like like the lollipop she is offering you.
Yeah, like her lollipop.
Yeah.
Lollipop.
Yeah, I think it's an A-, but that's just me being I'm
making
very
the
optimistic
vegan
about what it
Worcestershire
does.
sauce.
Yeah, the vegan Worcestershire sauce probably got the extra little bit for me.
All right, moving on. We got this Chainsaw Man. During your turn, if all your characters are devil under devil, this card gets 8,000 power. When this card is reversed and the top card of your deck to clock, rest this card. This card has a soul trigger.
Woo! It's Bad Phoenix. Woo!
Yeah, it's not good, but it is funny and like does like egregiously have a soul trigger.
It's funny. It has a soul trigger. It's flavor, smile.
He always comes back.
He always does it. Wow.
I mean, this card is probably killing things up until level 2.
Okay, like realistically, yes. I don't think it's actually that terrible, but I don't think you would ever like make the decision to center your deck around this.
He always pluses.
Think
about it.
Chainsaw Man waifu.
It is a Ricky every single turn that pluses. You are so right.
You put this card down at level 0. You never have to play another card in that lane ever again. You're set.
So right, Carmen.
You don't need to do anything.
Yeah, you just
deck's on autopilot.
You kill yourself.
Okay, here's the problem though. Here's the problem. If we do that, we're removing soul triggers from
just
our deck.
Cancel.
Smooge. What do you mean just cancel?
If you just cancel,
we're removing soul trigger. That's 2 different issues.
Like, well, if you just cancel, then you don't have to worry about the card clocking yourself, right? If you just cancel every turn.
What?
That's what the good players do.
I see what you're saying. But my issue is removing the soul triggers.
Oh yeah, if he's on the field, he doesn't have a soul trigger.
If he's on the field, you don't get those soul triggers.
Damn.
That's so sad.
We've reached an impasse.
Yeah, you're right.
We can't put Gura on the board because Gura has a soul trigger. She has to stay in the deck.
Don't play your Guras. You get more soul triggers.
Maybe that's why your opponents only do like single Gura, because they need the other.
Yeah, they need to keep the triggers in the deck.
They
need to keep them there. That's what we've been doing wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next card. Don, go ahead.
All right, we have a level 1 Makima. She's 4,000 power. Unless, of course, you have 2 or more other Devil Hunter or Devil characters, then she gets 2k always. So she's really just 6,000 unless you're like really bad. Climax combo, when the comeback trigger is placed on your climax zone. This is in front row and you have 2 or more other Devil Hunter or Devil characters. Search your deck for up to 1 Devil Hunter or Devil character, reveal it to your opponent, send it to the bottom of stock, shuffle your deck afterwards. During this turn, this card gets the following attack effect. When this attacks, you can pay cost if you did, which is 1, trigger check twice. So it is a really convoluted free twin drive card. That is
a
swinging
very
7.
convoluted twin drive.
I don't know. You can get rid of those yucky level 0s that you don't want to play after level 0. Yuck.
Yeah.
Who wants to do
This
that?
DX art is her getting ready to squish.
She is getting ready to squish in that climax art. I don't know.
She's still looking at him like I'm a squish.
You're looking so squishable right now. That's what
she's looking very squishable.
Yeah.
So this is like a stocking combo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a combo that stocks and tries to refund hand by having twin drive with plussing triggers. I don't like these.
It feels like this card would be maybe okay if the trigger it was associated with was like choice or bar or bag even.
If you had really good ways to like pay 1+, like if you had like an on
like a
stage,
resonator or like something, like
or
anything.
if had like an on stage, this card.
Oh, you know what?
Sure.
Wait, the card we just look at it pluses infinity.
There very specifically is the Denji that can pay 1, mill 2, salvage X, where X is the.
Oh wait, yeah, wait, okay, that card with this card
like
is bangs actually.
That feels like very much specifically what you want to be playing with this, especially because you can pay 1 to bounce this back. You know what? Maybe it's a C+ even. But like it does feel like
that card does exist. That is
those two. Yeah. That card makes this card much more playable. But again, I think it would feel slightly better if the comeback trigger was something else.
If this was yellow and this was choice, we'd be in there.
Choice or green, like
anything. Well, whatever.
The other one is, but still, I don't know.
There's potential there.
There's something.
No,
I think the Denji
had to slide that in.
Makes
had to slide that in,
you
dude.
Can't
Andy couldn't make it. I'm checking the boxes, dude. There's a checklist. There's a checklist of things we have to hit every set review. We got to say potential. Got to have a stupid tangent. Jason is near, so we don't have to argue about something.
We argued about the.
She has the squish potential.
Yeah. Squish potential.
I don't know. We argued about the power level 3. There
the
you
power
go.
level 3.
Box.
Oh, there we go. All right.
We argued about it.
All right, Ollie, go ahead.
All right, we got the. Speaking of power, we got this 1/0 power. All your opponent's characters gain pay 2 encore, and then accelerate. Beginning of the climax phase, you can clock from the top of your deck. This in the front row, you can do all that, and then if you did, look it up to 3 cards from the top of your deck. Choose up to 1 double hunter or double or animal character from one of them. Add to your hand. Send the rest to the waiting room. I get it. You don't need to get a reverse. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, they started printing these. They're like beginning of climax phase accelerate pluses.
It feels like what you would want to play with the previous climax combo, but like taking damage kind of smell.
We gotta take the most damage. We gotta play this. We gotta play the Denji.
We gotta play this. We gotta play the Phoenix level 0.
Yeah, we gotta just punch ourselves forever.
Yeah.
This is like totally fine, but it's like I don't know.
It doesn't speak to me in any way. It feels like you're probably meant to play this with the previous card, but the Denji kind of, if you're willing to pay 1 instead of taking a point of damage, just feels better.
Yeah, agreed.
It is a 7k if you're playing a CX, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does get to be a 6k all the time for the drawback.
But you're clocking yourself. Clocking is cringe.
You're
already clocking yourself with the Denji.
You don't have. Oh, you're right. First off, you're so right for that. Secondly, you don't have to clock yourself.
I don't want to clock.
It can just be a free oversize.
I don't want to clock.
It was a profile we used to play.
Taige in 2023.
It was a profile. We did play it.
All right, next.
Sometimes we
do Chainsaw Man. He heals when you play him. When he directs attacks, you can discard 3 cards. to choose 2 cards from your opponent's waiting room, put them on top of your deck, on top of their deck, until the end of your opponent's next turn. It gains 2k. Yeah, steal
Carmen.
2 of your opponent's cards.
Ushi EN translations over here. Okay, buddy.
Just fucking eat your opponent's card.
Eat your opponent's cards.
Yeah, eat
okay,
your opponent's
Carmen.
card. Okay, that skit from Tressus was really funny. Where it was like, there was one where it's like, they did a reel where it was like, Weiss Schwartz's pay to win, and it was something about the foil like being
one,
better.
Right?
Yeah, the downgrade one. And then they did Weiss Schwartz's pay to lose, and then like Mike like ate Randall's like foil from deck or something like that, and like walked out the door. It was very funny.
Yeah.
This is. Come on,
That's
man.
a
Come
lot
on.
of
Come
cards
on,
to
man. That's my rating. Is come on, man. There's got to be something.
I think now hold the F, buddy. Hold the F.
Yeah.
I'm not apologizing for this card in any
Okay,
way.
hold on. Wait, we side attack with this to stack 2, and then we go with the power.
No, you can't. You
Wait,
can't
we
because
can't?
it has to direct attack.
No, you
So
can't
what
side.
What I think you're meant to do with this card is play it with the squisher. Because you squish empty,
You squish
a
it.
direct lane for yourself, and then you can pitch 3.
And then
Oh,
chainsaw
you do. You squish
because
them.
the other
Yeah.
effect is technically free. You will just be able to pay 3, but like, come on, man.
That's a lot of cards to ditch,
Yeah,
dude.
it's a
We
lot.
can do better things with ditching 3 cards. Than
Yeah, there's
make it
literally a red card
12K
coming
and
out that ditches
stack.
3.
Like
That does something so much better.
we can do better, but it's surely not an F, right? It's like a
No, it's like a D.
No. It's one of these.
Yeah,
It heals.
it's a sad.
It doesn't
Yeah.
spark joy.
No
It
joy.
heals. That's the best part of the card.
It doesn't spark joy. It's it's a rare. How is this? I don't want this card in my site anymore. Next slide, please.
Next
I'm
card.
begging.
We got another lots of text slide just for you, John.
Just for me?
I didn't plan this. I swear.
Just for me. So kind. All right. So we have a pair of Makima, Denji, and a standby climax. So the Makima is a 500 power. It reads, when the climax is placed in your climax area, if you have 2 or more other characters, which are Devil Hunter or Devil Trait, declare deck or waiting room, and then you choose up to 1 Denji in the declared zone, add it to hand. If you added it from deck, you shuffle your deck. It's also a brainstorm where you must sacrifice a character on stage to waiting room to rest this card. That's kind of cheeky flavor. I like that. You flip the top 4 cards of your deck and send them to the waiting room. For each climax among there, perform the following effect. Look at 3 cards from the top of your deck and add 1, and then get rid of the rest. And then the Denji is when this card is placed on stage from hand, look at the top card of your deck, either keep it there or send it to waiting room. And then the other effect is when it's placed on stage from hand, reveal the top card of your deck. If that card is a Devil Hunter or Devil character, add to hand, choose 1 card in your hand, and discard it. So it's like a pseudo double filter, kinda.
Yeah, she smushes your own characters.
She smooshes your own character.
Yeah, she smushes. She doesn't
She
squish, she
squishes your
smushes.
character. It's true.
It's
Oh,
a lame
that's-
brainstorm for
Smushed.
JP.
It is.
Yeah. They finally
It's,
got to feel the power. I don't think they played this card though.
I don't think
It's been
so.
showing up. They've been finding out.
Are they figuring out that
Yeah,
that's
this card's been showing up as a one of. It's been like, yeah, card's fucking broken. Like it's a broken profile. Like
it feels like you'd want to play this with those big level 1 walls we saw in the last review there.
yeah.
But I don't know. It's a I like the flavor. It's cheeky.
It's a standby combo that at least gives you a specific filter card for your standby deck, which is nice. But it is just
the profile's broken.
It is just
Especially
Elaine
in standby.
Brainstorm, which is absolute. You know what? Elaine Brainstorm's probably like A. Elaine
I was gonna
Brainstorm's so
say,
cracked. Like
we are just reading this card and we're jaded from already having seen it, but like it is so strong. Like the
yeah,
effect is just so strong. And again, the fact that it does just tutor for the Denji, so
Yeah,
that you always have something to sack.
It is actually literally the Elaine combo, but it grabs a much better card.
Correct.
Yeah.
Like, the card is something you actively want to be playing sometimes. Because, I have a selective filter. Like, selective to a degree, but still, like...
I wonder who copied
just
whose
feels
homework.
Good.
Those sets had to be in development in a similar time.
Probably. I mean, look at the expression she's making. She's leaning over. She's like,
she's copying.
Really
like,
interesting.
That's a really
what
interesting
if I
card
did that,
you made.
But I squished better.
See?
What if I did that?
Yeah, I'm gonna smush them.
All right,
I'll squish
canonically, they copied Seven Deadly Sins. That's why they have.
It feels like it.
Yeah.
It's also an uncommon. How is this an uncommon?
Yeah.
What the?
Is Elaine an uncommon?
No, is she Elaine?
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know. I can't pull up another window if that's.
I can fact check for you. What's the name of the card?
Yeah, it is indeed an uncommon.
All right, so they're both uncommons. Damn, double copy.
Maybe this is truly the power level of an uncommon.
Can't believe it's gonna get rarity creep to a double rare soon.
Yeah, that's
feels, how it works.
That sounds about right. Oh, crap! We want people to actually have to chase boxes for this. Oops.
Yeah. All right, we got this 1/1 power. She's driving.
She's having a good time.
She is definitely having a good time. It's a 1/1 500 power. 1 power. When this is placed on stage your hands, some of the top 4 cards of your deck to the waiting room. If there is a climax among those cards, you choose one of your opponent's level 3 or lower characters, return it to hand. And then it is a Adachi. Wait.
Reverse Adachi, yeah.
It says by Alice.
It's like better Card Titan, kind of.
Yeah, it is like a Card Titan.
It is that kind of effect, but it feels better-ish. Both effects are good. I don't know.
It sees one more card for being for the bounce effect for being a much worse Adachi.
Yeah,
it also bounces the card instead of shooting the card.
Yes.
Which is a pretty big difference. Still, I think it's fine. I think it's fine.
It's an option that we like to have.
But
I said bye, Alice, but I think it's like not a good answer to Alice at all, actually. They just have the stock to replay it. It doesn't matter, man.
Yeah, true.
But like, it's a nice option to have. I think this is the kind of card that a lot of sets would like to have in their back pocket, but just don't.
Yeah, it at least lets you pretend to do something and leave like a body on the board, whereas you would have like a upside down lane.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like has a soul trigger. Smile.
That's true. All right, 1/1 Makima. You may choose the Lollipop event with the effect of Door Trigger. When a climax with a Door Trigger icon is placed in your climax zone, you may choose one character in your waiting room, add it to hand. If you did, choose a climax in your climax zone during this turn, it gains the following effect. All of your characters gets minus 1,000 power and minus 1 soul. What the fuck? And then you can rest this card, choose one of your characters until the end of your opponent's next turn, it gets 1,500 power. Excuse me?
Yeah.
So you can forego the climax effect to get the trigger effect.
No. When you play the climax, you get to salvage. If you did, the climax is no longer a 1k1, but you got to salvage for free.
Uh-huh. Oh, okay. Wait.
Like,
This is kind of cool.
This is really cool.
With the squisher.
With the squisher,
exactly. With the squisher, you get to
for the squisher.
You get to not overswing.
Yeah, you don't overswing. You also get to pump power until the end of the opponent's turn with the rest effect. Anyways, you get to grab the 2/2 if you trigger the comeback. Like this card is quite strong, I think.
This card with the squisher kind of bags.
Yeah, this card with the squisher is definitely the intention, but like. It's really cool just not overswinging and being able to filter that climax into something else. I think it's pretty good. You also make your squishers very large.
Yeah, your squishers get pretty big.
Squishing.
Yeah, because even if you turn off the climax, then you still have a 13/5 if you assign it to one of the squishers, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Yeah, like that.
All right. Time to stomp on somebody's penis.
That is
that's
another
this
long
scene.
Card.
Yeah, it's your card.
Yes, it's the dick stomp.
Yeah, it's the dick stomp scene.
Oh, and very flavorful. We'll get to that in a second, though. It's a 10,500 because every card is these days. If it doesn't heal, it's a 3/2. This card's damage is dealt from the bottom of deck instead. You know, because he goes for low blows. They did it. They fit the flavor.
They did it.
Wow! Congratulations, Bushiroad. And continuing on, the climax combo is at the beginning of your attack phase, you may pay the cost, which is pay 1, send 1, the climax to the waiting room from the climax zone. If you did, you stand this card, choose up to 1 Aki in your hand, place it on stage in any slot. And then during this turn, that character and this card get the following effect. When this card's battle opponent is reversed, you may send that character to the bottom of the deck. And the third effect on this card is when this card is front attacked, look at the top card of your deck and place it on top of deck or the waiting room. That is a lot of effects on one card.
You play the standby, get 2 big bodies, and you kill stuff that goes to the bottom, and then you get extra damage.
Dick kick indeed. Yeah, this just kind of reads as a good effect.
I think this is fine.
In a vacuum, I think this is a pretty strong effect if you ignore like what else this set can do. A1 sack the climax to just get 2 big bodies, assuming you have the other one in hand, feels strong to me.
Yeah, it lets you like. I think definitely if you put this down at 2 and you like yeah, like you get this down at 2 and you like played a 2/1 assist to the back row already.
Yeah.
Like you already have like a really big. You're like starting 12-5. Like just kill some stuff. You immediately get them off the boards and then the bottom. It's a card that like gains power for other things on board.
Seems fine to me. I don't know. It like in a vacuum, just if you ignore what else this set does, I think this card is very playable. There's also a damage scribe, which is just generically nice to have.
Yeah, the check and wreck's real nice.
And they also can't like check and wreck you back because it deals damage from the bottom of the deck. That's real nice too. I don't know. It reads quite nice to me, I think.
Oh, you get the second part. I moved him up here from blue.
Okay, we got to sleep through Aki.
Oh.
This is also a 10/5. And this also deals damage from the bottom of the deck. And it's a global 15. And during your turn, when this card's battle opponent is reversed, you can pay 1, ditch 1 to deal 1 damage to your opponent.
Top of deck. Uh-oh.
Wait, does that deal from the top of the deck, or does this card deal from the bottom?
Because it is its damage.
Yeah, it is its damage. It goes from the bottom. Yeah.
Everything low blow with these guys.
Yeah,
also,
they're just kicking.
That just means they're 12Ks. Or, well, he's not because it's other. But like,
he's not, but the other one, he's
12K then. Just by the effect of this and that. It's not bad.
You have a 2K assist in the back. It's 14. You just
14?
come out as like a 14 and a 12. 12-5?
14 and a 12. 14 then.
Plus your other lane. That's pretty that's pretty good.
That's pretty good. I mean,
pretty good.
14's that number you want to be hitting.
I'm upgrading my previous thing. I think you're right. I think it's like it's
that's
in
what
that
I mean.
B
Like,
range. Yeah, that's pretty good.
In a vacuum, these like if you just ignore what else this set can do, these 2 cards feel very strong. Again, like 14 in your first lane is at least tying Alice, assuming they're not already set up. So like that's fine. You remove the card, so they're never going to do the backup anyways.
That's how you kill all your good opponents that have the climaxes on top of their deck.
Yeah,
there you go.
The
That
bottom.
too. You can punish them for not stacking on the bottom because they don't know these cards exist. Look out for that one, fellas.
And then they put them on the bottom, and then you hit them with the Aki Icy Tail.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get them on both ends.
Yeah, get their ass. Wow, we're cooking.
There's no escape.
There's no escape. We're cooking. Yeah, I don't know. I like these 2 cards. They're cheeky. And it's
I'm gonna have to build something with this. This seems pretty funny.
It feels fun to build, but also like it is just a really cool flavor thing. They did it. They managed to make Dick Kick a flavor.
Dick
All
Kick
right.
City.
We got this power. On attack, choose one of your other characters, send it to stock. Actually pretty cool. Air Restalker without a condition.
Yeah.
You can get rid of your Phoenix so it doesn't reverse on their turn.
Yo! That's only for when you're at 3/6 though. Otherwise, you leave it on the board.
Oh yeah, because I understand. Otherwise, we want to be clocking as much.
Yeah,
as
you gotta get all the value.
You're going all in for the value.
You know how it is in card games, man. If you're not dead, it doesn't matter, right?
Top plus
especially in Weiss, the game where that is subjectively not true.
Life is a resource.
Yeah,
life is a resource.
Life is a resource, except in Weiss Schwarz, where you're like, 2/1 might die. Really gotta heal this turn.
No one's ever died from 2/1.
What? Okay.
Never happens.
I think this card's actually pretty good.
I want to be on the.
I'm gonna.
You're on.
A couple people in Strictly were raving about this in the deck, so I ordered some from Nova, and I'm gonna try this in my actual Stock Soul bar deck and see how it goes. But I mean, like there were some lines with it that seemed pretty intriguing. Give it a try.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a card that lets you just extend your stock generation from attack phase, which is always good. I don't know.
Yep, and if something crashes, you just get a free card in stock.
Just get a free. Always a good effect to have, but I mean, I don't know. The card doesn't exactly speak to me for not having any other effect, but I think if it had any other effect, it would be probably just too strong.
Yeah, I think just as it is more than enough. The fact that it can target anything.
Anything except itself. I don't know. It's cool. I think it's neat. I could definitely see it being strong.
All right, next. John.
Another Makima. Level 1, 4K. She got the dang McDonald's ketchup all over her suit from squishing her burger. Surely nothing else.
Yeah.
It reads, if you have 2 or more other Devil Hunter or Devil characters, this card gains 2k. What is with every single level 1 in this set and just having the fakest condition for power
to be 6k?
It is every card that is 6k just has such a fake condition.
Look, dude, I've whiffed that condition before.
Skill issue. I don't know what to tell you. Get good. Who asked? I don't know, man.
I've had one of my
trying to find out who asked.
I am looking for askers right now.
I am looking.
Okay. Putting the askers aside, because we are not finding any. The card also reads, when it's placed on stage from hand, if you have yellow in your level zone, you may pay the cost, which is send 3 characters with Denji, Chainsaw Man, or Makima in their card name to Waiting Room. If you did draw 3 cards, where does it send them from? That's really important. Is it stage or hand?
I mean, it's probably stage.
It's probably stage. If it's hand, this feels...
I can't go to another translation.
Yeah.
This is the community translation.
I can't read the card, but if it's hand, it's just a triple filter. If it's stage, it's a plus plus back to hand effectively. But I don't know. The review of this card, I feel heavily cruxes on where it sends them from, but from stage probably.
I've never seen anyone play it. She's a squisher.
From stage. She's a squisher. She squishes your own card. She's oversized.
She be squishing.
She
do be squishing though. Surely it does something. I don't know.
It's
it's a cool card. It sparks some amount of joy. That's cool. About that. I'm gonna give it a rad.
Rad. We get a rad. Rad's good. Yeah.
We get rad here. I don't know.
This is where she got shot, and she was like, "I'm gonna squish people now."
Yeah, this is the train scene.
Feeling goofy.
Yeah, I'm feeling goofy.
I'm always feeling goofy.
Yeah.
All right, next card.
It's like a rad and the cool hand sign, and I'm wearing the sunglasses. You know that's
yeah.
bro. Yeah.
This is
you know how it is.
alright, this is a much better use of ditching 3 cards on this card.
Oh yeah.
3/2 power, ditch 3 when this card's placed on stage from hand. Pay cost, you do search your deck for up to 4 Devil Hunter or Devil or Animal characters. Reveal them, choose one of them, assign it to stock, add the remaining cards to your hand, shuffle your deck. And then when this card's treasure check checks a climax, you may deal 1 damage to your opponent. This card's fucking insane.
Yeah, this card's nuts.
Crazy.
I have considered
Why is
many
this
times
common?
trying to jam enough red into my deck to play a single copy of this card, but like weirdly because of the way the Aki deck works and like the Himo and the Aki just like grabbing shit from your grave on play, it already auto sculpts itself so hard. I've never felt like I needed it, but like in any other deck that's playing red, you probably play like one of this. This card's nuts.
I think my perceived use of this is like with that power level 1 combo, I could see you just building the deck in such a way that you loop that combo all the way to the end game and you like kind of don't care about playing anything else, and this just happens to be a way for you to deal damage at level 3 then, because you can give that power twin drive and just check climaxes. I don't know, it feels like something you can do with that deck at least. Otherwise, the card reads just insane.
All free.
It's free.
You just ditch and you get.
Yeah, why is this a common?
That I was wondering that as well.
This is
The
like
rarity
a
don't mean
much
anything
rare
no more.
profile at minimum.
Yeah, I don't know. This card just feels very strong. You can play it in Pauper. Wow.
Pauper Weiss, Jesus Christ.
Oh,
That sounds so miserable because of like the complete and utter disparity between combos.
Yo, you can play this and steal our
okay.
animals.
You're right. That's
could.
what it was about to get to. Let's play Pauper. Let's play Pauper
Pauper
Standard.
Highlander Standard.
Okay, hold on. Okay, Mr. Devil, that's a little too much. That's a little too goofy.
Pauper Highlander Standard.
Actually, that kind of sounds lit. Let's queue it up.
Dean's the champion. He solved the format, unfortunately.
We'll just ban Dean, and then we get to have fun.
There we go.
The other way you get to experience that is what I do with our cube when we don't have time to cube is we grab 42 cards and we grab 8 climaxes and shuffle them together, and if you have unplayables, you just cry, but you know.
Is the KOF brainstorm mandatory in that format?
What does it do?
It's just common salvage brainstorm.
It's just your generic half self.
Half self brainstorms are too strong for limited formats.
Yeah, I don't put those in my cube because it ruins the cube. Because if you get to draft more than one, you just win.
All right, last red. Lollipop. You send this card to memory, and if this card is in your memory at the beginning of your opponent's attack phase, you can flip this card from face up in memory to face down. And if you did, choose one of your opponent's characters, and it gets -3 soul. So it does for 2 stock, which you can pay up front, which is actually kind of cool. So you can like pay out stuff like on turn. So like pluses and minuses. You do have to target, which is unfortunate. But it does get -3 soul for 2. Pretty good.
Yeah. I think we'll bite the targeting portion for the fact that it gets to occur a level earlier and for a stock less than what the basic matter materializer or whatever it's called from Data Live, the level 3/3.
Yeah,
I think we'll bite that like slight downside to be able to play this. Apologies. It's also weak to the opponent playing cards that flip down memory cards. My apologies.
Fuck.
Like that one card.
I know.
That one card from Sal. That one red card.
A couple sets have it, but like, man, shucks, because those we're seeing play. I don't know. This card just reads very strong to me. I think the squisher deck getting access to this off of comeback triggers is also cool.
Yes.
Some of this lollipop, dude, it's kind of looking a little rancid.
I think it's just a weird flavor. It's like butterscotch, like that. Weird...
I think it's beer float.
Butterscotch is like
float?
fucking boomer ass flavor.
No, it's like
Look,
brown on the top and white on the bottom. It's root
my
beer
dad,
float.
sure.
Root beer float, butterscotch, boomer butterscotch for you.
I know all about the boomer lollipop flavors. Because my dad has a barber shop, and he had a big thing of lollipops for like the kids. Like you get it after you get your hair cut, and it's just like he just had these like lollipops don't go bad. He had these giant bags of lollipops that I swear is like his dad had when he opened up the shops. There's some old ass lollipop flavors in there. Butterscotch is a boomer flavor. All right, the red notable cards. A couple here. There is a plus 2k to other and blink on play. There's an on play and on death stun. If Gura is still running around, that is like your 1-card silver bullet against Gura. And then a bunch of standby targets. You got your standard 1/1 7500 hand on core silica clone. Well, not silica clone. This one's a Kurami clone. Always has the hand on core. Gets the 2k for having 2 or more other. Then there's a 10-5, 1000 for each other hand on core. And then there's a weird aggressively slanted one that is a 2/7k with plus 3k per opponent's back row, but only on your turn. And you have to squish 2 other characters to encore.
She be squishing more.
She do be.
She's always squishing her burger, covered in fucking. Yeah. She's always covered in ketchup.
She got that goddamn McDonald's ketchup all over her from squishing her burger. She should really use a napkin.
Yep. All right, let's just get into blue. John, go ahead.
Double stunner's cool, though.
Yeah, double stunner's good.
Double stunner's crazy. All right, we got our level 1 Aki. He is 3,500. But wait, I'm sure we can get him higher than that, because if you have 2 or more other Devil Hunter or public safety characters, because he hates devils, ha ha ha, funny. This card gets 2 effects during your turn. This gets 3k, and it has Encore, send 1 event, or Climax in your hand to Waiting Room. Is the Encore on both turns? I feel like it is, yes.
Yes. Yeah.
It doesn't say during your turn. Yeah. All right. So that's cool. And then the Climax combo itself is when this card attacks, if you have the gate level 1 in your Climax zone, you may choose 1 character in Waiting Room and add to hand. So it pays for its Encore. No, it doesn't, because it is events or Climax. That's bizarre. That's weird. I don't know. That's a card. Swing 7,500. Free plus. I don't know. It exists.
Yeah. Discard outlet for your climaxes.
And your events when you totally don't want to play Easy Revenge. Or the bullets. There we go. We found it. This deck surely can get to 7-hand every turn and then have the Phantom 3 additional cards in hand from the bullets to
for the gotta have the bullets to get they come back.
It's
They'll
like
be in your memory on the opponent's turn. Yeah.
Oh fuck no!
No, we're so close. We're so close to cracking it.
Oh no!
We almost cracked the case.
Yeah, that sucks.
I mean, this is like a totally fine call. It's like on attack salvage 7/5. That you could save. Like, it's probably better than, like, vacuously, this card, like, is actually a banger, but, like...
It reads fine. It reads pretty strong, in fact. I do think it's an interesting balancing choice for them to make the Encore not be able to be the thing that you salvage, but, like, that's neither here nor there. It's fine. He's squishy. It's a double rare for some reason. Why is it a double rare, but those other cards were like commons?
Because it's a free on-attack salvage. It's a conditionless salvage. That's broken.
It is, but he's squishy. So you're just... It's the Jake level 1 problem. Yeah, you're big. Yeah, it's conditionless salvage, but like you're going to be replacing this every turn. I think.
Well, you're going to hand encore it.
No, you're not, because you want to play the Climax that you
because you're going to have like 4 Climaxes in your hand.
Okay, so when you're playing the deck, Ollie, yes, you will triple Climax trigger your gates, and then you'll want to pitch them out. But when anybody else plays the deck, they will not have any Climax.
Is that not what happens when you play fucking pants decks? You're all your Climaxes trigger and go to your hand? That's what happens to me.
Skill issue. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a skill issue, dude.
Yeah,
like, that is a you problem.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, wait, now that I think about it, every game of Slime I lost this season was because I triple triggered pants.
Well, there you go. You can triple encore.
Wait, hold on. Then I can triple encore. And then I can refresh one.
Oh yeah, actually you'll encore 2 of them intentionally, and then you'll pay 3 to send out all the climaxes, and then you'll play the one that you saved in your hand.
This card not having deck speed is kind of cringe, actually.
That is like another thing. If we're like actually considering what looping it would imply, then yes, it having no deck speed advantage.
There are other cards you can use to get deck speed, but like I don't know, you have to be
like the cigarette stingy.
Yeah, well I feel like Chainsaw Man isn't a deck that needs to pick up specific cards because your filter is good enough to like flex into the next turn.
Yeah.
So the fact that this grabs specific cards doesn't matter as much. You get what I'm saying?
It feels negligible.
Yeah, it feels like it doesn't matter. It's still strong though.
It's a strong card. I think if other sets had this, it would be considered at least. But like it very specifically being in this set, where it doesn't matter what your plus is because you can filter it any other way. Like I think it's just not making the cut. But I could see it being used in a way that's good. But I don't know. It's
definitely solid.
Wouldn't be it's solid. It would never be my first pick though. I'll put it that way.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of filtering, Ollie, go ahead. This card's cool.
All right, got this 2/1 Himo. It's gain 6k. When it attacks a level 3 character and then has an alarm to at climax phase, you can ditch a card to look it up to 3, add a devil hunter or a devil character from among them. So it's a Rize with a climax phase timing.
I played this in mine. I was playing Katana Man 8-bar,
yeah.
And it was actually pretty sick. The worst part about the card is that you have to play a lot of it because you want to see it early, and like you always just like level them throughout the game. But like that's the worst part of the card is you have to slam like 3-4 of this card because you just want to like jam the Azusa through your first deck.
Yeah.
But it is pretty cool. It is a lot more effective than it might seem.
Actually, yeah, the alarm not being level restricted feels very strong just to filter and thin out your deck.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool. It's also like, I don't know, I never want to play 3 to 4 copies of an EP, like a level EP 3 killer. Yeah. But like the alarm on this is tempting enough for me to want to. I don't know. Feels
it was pretty effective.
It's got Meno on it. That makes me smile.
That was good.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right, it's Aki. It's a Fuka 0. When he dies, you look it up to 4 and you take a level 1 or higher card. You can grab your event.
Jeez.
It's deck speed.
He's a big Baby Metal fan.
Nice that yeah.
Truly. Nothing else that
his profile is like so fucking whatever nowadays.
I feel like, but okay, it's so whatever. Dear God, new sets that don't have this are so painful. Like when your new set is like, holy fuck, why don't I have a Fuka 0 or like a Chieri? Like, why do I not have like just a costless mill up to 4 effect?
Who doesn't have this profile nowadays?
That's the thing. It's the rare times when you don't get them that make you want to kill yourself. Yes, they're mid, yes, but like they are one of those glue cards that when you don't have them, it sucks.
Yeah, like you're building your deck, and you're like, yeah, I'll jam in 4 of this, and then you're looking through the set list, and you're getting more and more desperate every time you look through the next card because you're just not finding it.
Like, when are we gonna come full circle and start reprinting Azusa again?
It can't come soon enough, brother.
I miss Azusa's, man.
Yeah, it's fucking
we like how they stopped printing Ricky for like 3 years and then they slowly printed it.
The last Azusa they printed was the Ari Ferretter one, and you had to resonate a mid finisher.
Yeah.
And people just decided slamming 2 souls better than playing that deck anyway. All right, next card. Very cool card, John. You get this one.
It has a lot of text. Wow. All right, it's a 3/2 Aki. He's 9,000 power. Continuous, if you have 2 or more easy revenge in your memory, this gets -1 level in your hand, so that's a condition you should meet. Auto, when this card is placed on stage from hand, send up to 1 card from the top of your clock to waiting room, and then during this turn it gets 1500, so we're already at 10-5, which is quite nice. And then it has Recollection, when this card's battle opponent is reversed. If there is a card in your memory, reveal the top card of your deck. If that card is level 1 or higher, send it to stock. This card seems nuts. I like that it refunds itself. Yes.
This is like
this
slamming this over and over again is like the deck.
Yeah.
This is what you do.
You
have ways to set this to make sure you hit or hedge your bets that you hit.
Yeah, this just feels like chef's kiss, no notes. This is what I want an EP healer to be.
I think this is like the reason to play this set.
Yep. It's so gross. You just play this over and over and over again. Because your top end's so cheap. Like you can just spend in the mid game on this and doesn't even hurt. Like, and you know, Easy Revenge is like a completely overloaded event that does a billion things.
Yeah.
So
100% agree. This card seems for sure the reason to play the deck.
All right, moving on. Ollie.
I got this 13 Meno on play, heal, and then climax combo. On attack, you can pay 1, ditch 1 if you have the pants in your climax zone. And 2 of the events in your memory, you can deal 2 or 3 damage to your opponent.
Pick.
Yeah, modular damage.
Modular damage is nice. It's a healer.
It heals. It can burn 2 or 3. It's pretty cheap. I'd rather play Aki, but you know, well, it's got cigarettes on it. I like those.
Yes.
Yeah, she's offering.
Yep. Don't smoke. It's bad.
Don't smoke. It's bad for your lungs.
It's bad for your lungs, but it does build strong bones.
It also makes you look cool as heck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what all the commercials. That's what all the old commercials used to.
Look, man, I don't make the rules. Smoking looks cool.
I don't make the rules. You smoke a cigarette, you look cooler. Unless you're the people from my work, then you look like a dickhead, huh? I don't make the rules. Okay?
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, you know, fictional women smoking cigarettes. I don't mind it.
It's pretty good.
All the Zoomers nowadays probably don't remember all the fucking Marlboro commercials that used to.
They look at the Zoomers watching Chainsaw Man and they see the white stick that gets set on fire and like they smoke it and they go, "Wow, well that's a really cool jewel. How do I get those?"
Man, do you guys have any of those analog cigarettes for sale? Like this is really cool. I've definitely seen people like ironically referring to cigarettes as analog vapes, and I hate it so much.
Oh
I hate it so much.
You're just like, what the fuck is wrong? Who raised you wrong?
Analog vaporizer. Oh my god, that's so strong. It's unbelievably cringe, but there is a strength to it. All right, next. Himo, when this card is placed on stage from your hand, you can discard a character, Devil Hunter or Devil character. If you did, search your deck for an easy revenge, fill it to your opponent, add to your hand, shuffle your deck afterwards. And when this card is reversed, if this card's battle opponent's level 0 or lower, you may send that character to the bottom of your deck. If you squint really hard, this is just Chloe from Slime.
You're right.
The exact same card, except
it's got Meno on it.
You get to jam, except you get to jam like a bunch of zone bombs into your deck and be an absolute terrorist to anyone with on death or on reverse effects.
Absolutely. Oh, and it's 500. Wow, it just dodges everything. This card, this is a handsome card. I like that a lot.
She cute.
Yeah, this card bangs. I think it's better than Chloe. You play it in exactly the same way.
Definitely agree.
The thing I like about it too is because unlike Chloe got on turn power. If you had to slam Chloe going first, to like just try to get events, like filter heavy cards out and get events so that you didn't trigger them or they didn't go to like grave or something like that, going first, especially if you were against an opponent that was very aggressive and Slime that you knew was going to try field you, where like you like lose events, your level 1 turn becomes worse. If you draw up going first, you can just drop this in the back row if you have to and like just search out an event immediately. Like, so that you can search on an event on your first turn, you don't really get punished. Like, even better than Chloe.
Yeah, I mean, also, though, even it matchup dependent, like it just being a bomb, you can just front row it for the turn. And
Yeah, exactly.
they're going to probably not front it because they don't want to lose their card, and you're plussing them. I don't know. Feels very strong.
Card good.
Card good.
All right, more text, John. Go ahead.
How? All right.
I mean, it's a lot of text that doesn't really say a lot. It's pretty simple.
I understand. It's okay. It's just funny. It's a level 0 Meno. She's 1,000 power. It reads, if at the beginning of your attack phase, if you have 2 or more other Devil Hunter or Devil characters, you may pay the cost of sacrificing the climax. What kind of climax is that?
Stock soul. Level stock soul.
Level stock soul. All right, cool. Level stock soul. If you did, you look at 3 cards, up to 3 cards from the top of your deck. Choose up to 2 Devil Hunter or Devil characters or Easy Revenge from among them. Reveal them to the opponent, add to hand, send the rest to waiting room, and then on top of that, it is a brainstorm. Pay 1, flip 4, and for each climax among them, perform the following effect. Look it up to 3 from the top of your deck. Choose 1 card among them, add to hand, send the rest to waiting room, and then discard a card. That is just a lot of good effects on 1 card. And I think we also secretly found the deck that you can play the bullets in. 2 of these in the back row. 3 bullets every turn. There you go. We found it.
Yep. I mean, the fact that this card can dig for it, you only need 1 copy because it stacks the climax plus 2. It digs for its own climax.
Yeah.
Like, is spammable check 3s in general are just pretty busted. I think this is like a no-brainer. I remember like playing around with the other combos, like the Aki level 1, the Katana Man. And like I played this like a single time and I'm like, oh yeah, this is just better. Mostly just because, again, Chainsaw Man doesn't look for specific cards very much. Its filter is good enough. You just care about like raw cards. And being able to slam this, you get the extra stock, which is really good with the Aki early play. So all kind of comes together.
Kind of wish this was a plussing brainstorm instead of spammable brainstorm. It's like in the games when you whip the climax, at least you still plussed.
I definitely agree with you. I think it is definitely just the balancing. I mean, it is an uncommon. They probably took that into consideration, but it's probably more so the idea is, oh, I'm going to add 2 every single turn, so the brainstorm, it doesn't matter if I like have to pitch something because I just plussed last turn. But I do agree. It would be nice if you didn't have to pitch off the brainstorm, but it can't be everything.
Yeah, it's already a lot. It's already a lot.
It's already a lot.
But I want everything.
There's so many things that I like to see on a card, but like
we could go further.
No, that's for next year. Stop it. That's next year's set release. I already told you.
That's for CSM set 2.
Yeah, that's for next
if we ever get another season of the anime.
Yeah.
All right, Ollie, you can get the.
All right, we get the cool card. It's the Future Devil. Yeah. All your other Devil Hunter, Devil characters get 500 power, and when your other of this 2/1 Aki is placed on stage from hand, if that card does not have a marker underneath it, you may place this card underneath that card, face up as a marker. If you did, search your deck for up to 1 Devil Hunter or Devil character, reveal to your opponent, send to the bottom of stock, shuffle your deck afterwards.
Huh.
This is the best Garnet you'll ever put in your deck.
Yeah. The 2/1 does some
because
dumb shit.
The 2/1, which I moved up in the thing very quickly because it didn't make any sense that it was so many cards away. Does some pretty nutty shit with it. So yeah, this is like an unfortunate Garnet you have to put into your deck. It sucks. Like it sucks that you have to play this. Thankfully, Chainsaw Man, because you have like a Rico, you have like all these other tools. You like don't mind like clutching this card or like just puking this card down or something to be a global 5 until the next turn. Not that big of a deal. You can just play 1 of it and get it off most games. Like in the games that were going so poorly that you couldn't get the 1 of this, playing 2 would not have helped you. So it's like playing a 1/1 lineup is actually fine. So let's just go to the next card. So the 2/1 Aki is a 2K to level 3s in front. At the beginning of your clock phase, if this card has the Future Devil underneath this card as a marker, look it up to 3 cards from the top of your deck and then place them back on the top of your deck. So that is at the beginning of your clock phase or attack phase. So that's both. So both of those timings on the turn, you get to look at the top 3 and put them back. So that is before your clock. So if you see a bunch of climaxes there, you know not to clock and draw them. Or before your attacks, you know, you get to see all your triggers, which you can then use for your Aki early play to make sure you hit those. And then it also has this other completely insane effect, which is whenever you trigger a climax, you can discard a climax to heal. Turns your bars into heal triggers.
The mythical heal trigger.
The heal trigger has
by Vanguard now.
The heal trigger has arrived. So this plus the obviously you're seeing, you know, you can look at the top card of your deck. You see a bar there, like you see like bar, clean card bar, and you're like, huh, bar, stock bar, like ditch heal, trigger my finisher bar for next turn, hold it, like get to do it nutty shit there. Just being able, like, God, you're super compressed, right? You have this card down, second level 2 turn, you're still really compressed. You sit there, you see like 2 climaxes on top of your deck. And you go, huh, deck's still kind of big. I'll just crack my Himo and re-rack. Like plays like that.
I guess you can.
Yeah, no. Like when you have this card on the board and you see stuff like at the top of your turn and at the end, just the amount of like raw pivoting you get to do to try to extend your level 2 as much as possible when this card's online is like insane. Like, yes, like there are lists that go without the Future Devil, but I think that like playing the one of is so non-intrusive and it's like so easy to set up.
Yeah.
And when you have the information, you really do have the cards to take advantage of it, to just drag out the mid game as long as possible. I think it's nuts.
Another common, by the way.
Yeah. Truly, this
nutty
common.
common.
But like, I think at this current point in time in the game, this is as good as you can possibly get for a 2-1 assist. Like, I do not foresee the game pushing this kind of thing any further, and if it does, then I might reconsider playing Weiss.
The monkey's paw curls.
The monkey's paw curls. But like at this current point in time, this is as good of an assist as I can possibly see them printing. Like, also from a flavor note, the chef kiss. The Future Devil lets me see my future. Mwah. They did it. They made flavor good. Thank you, Bushiroad. You can do it when you try. I'm so proud of you. Oh, it's such a cool card.
Yeah, this card's nuts.
When
you are rolling at level 2 and you're like slamming down healer after healer and like you're triggering bar and like you're still canceling and you're healing and you're like all prepped when you do get hit to level 3 to just like nuke your opponent with like triple Aki and like you're gonna surveil the bottom of their deck 4 times with every like easy revenge. You're just like, I am the strongest human on the planet.
Yeah, because what with this your EP is 12,500, right? Like that's just that's so yucky. That's just
12.5 for a card that you're just running in and you don't even give a singular shit about.
And that you were going to play anyways, and this card is just free to play, or it refunds the stock with the Future Double. It's just it's so good.
Yeah.
Please, Bushiro, don't print things that are more egregious than this. But I love this card. Keep it at this level. I'm happy with this. No more, please.
All right, moving on. John, you got a short one this time.
Yeah, I get a less interesting card. Thanks, dude.
What the what? Oh my god, he flips it on me.
All right, we get a level 0/1/5 Aki. It's a continuous if this card is in your front center. This gets 2k, and then it also is when this card attacks. During this attack, you may perform the trigger check twice. If you did, send the top card of your stock to waiting room. I'm a big fan of those effects. I think they're good. It's also just an oversized. It's pretty handsome. It does it all. Sparks joy.
Free double trigger.
Clapping. I can count to 2 and then 1.
Yeah.
I don't know. In a deck where you're either playing like Gate Pants, I guess it's called, or Bar, this just seems stupid because sometimes you do just truly get the 2 stock. It's a nice card. I don't think it's broken, but I think it's really strong.
I don't know what
it's also a common.
You fit it in. I feel like you just run out of slots.
You definitely run out of slots, but I can see you this card being abusable. I mean,
Speaking of good cards, another good card, Ollie.
Yeah, 1-0 Himeno. During your turn, ugh, if you have 2 or more other double hunter or double characters, this card gets 2k power. You can pay 1, send 1 card from your hand to the waiting room, rest 1 of your stand double hunter or double characters. During the turn this is placed on stage from hand, when this card's battle opponent is reversed, you may pay the cost. If you did choose up to 2 double hunter or double characters in your waiting room, have in your hand. It's Yuko, but it salvages 2.
that is handsome.
This is like your selection patch card,
Yeah.
where you only need 1 or 2 of this to like grab anything you'd ever want.
Yeah.
In your deck where you play a level 0 combo that's off a stock soul that gives you stock to make the effect. Oh, and by the way, that card was spammable, so it doesn't rest itself. So you always have a standing card in your back row to rest. Pretty cool. It's
that
pretty
card
cool.
This card is pretty cool. I think
Yeah.
that's strong. Hey, you can also get away with playing those bullet events with this. There we go. We did it.
Yeah,
Jesus
the
Christ,
bullets.
return
The
of bullets.
bullets.
It's back. The bullets.
No,
they
return of
return.
bullets.
It's flipping around just like the card. We got there. Hey, look at us go, huh?
Yeah.
Someone call Tanner. Bullets are on
The bullets. It's a whole different kind of bullets.
It's real.
He'll say, no, that's lame. They don't push damage. That's what he'd say.
But they push
What do you?
character damage.
Yeah, they push
they
power.
push power.
They push
yeah.
power. Okay,
All
in
right.
a roundabout way, they push damage because we're opening lanes every turn. Let us get in
That's
there.
true, yeah. All right, Easy Revenge. The event. It's cigarettes. So the event is just cigarettes when you play it. So pay 1, mill top 2, choose a level extra lower. Devil Hunter, Devil. Can't pick up Yonko with this, unfortunately. Devil Hunter, Devil. In your waiting room, added to hand. X is equal to total level of the cards that you milled. And then you send this card to memory. And then if this card is in your memory, when the Aki attacks, like, that is the Aki, right?
I believe so.
I think that's the Kishibe that you posted because the Kishibe has a 4 in its name.
I know, but that's
I-
that's incorrect.
That is not what it says on the card.
No, there's
Oh,
also
no, there is-
4.
There is
There's
a
a 4.
on
Yeah,
the-
it is 100. I knew it was this
No,
card.
there you go.
I just forgot
It is the correct card.
Yeah,
Do
this
not
is the
worry.
card. When you attack, you can surveil the bottom card of your opponent's deck. So you look at the bottom card of your opponent's deck, and then you either send it to the back to the bottom or you put it to waiting room. So again, the way you sequence this is you attack you probably have 2 or 3 of these Easy Revenge for a normal game. You look at the bottom card of your opponent's deck. If it's clean, you mill it. Then you look at the next one. If it's a climax, you leave it, do the Aki effect, and then their next Easy Revenge is still in the bucket. So after that, before you attack, you can get an extra look for your next Aki in sequence. So you never lose out on value of the surveils with multiple Akis. You always get to get extra value other than the last one. The last one, they're kind of burned if your opponent still has a deck. But it does work out as best in your favor as possible.
Yeah. Very nice card. Does exactly what you need it to do. It's also cigarettes on this. It's a cigarette on a cigarette, which is actually a cigarette. Hey, how nice.
Yeah.
And when you're playing a level 0 combo, cigarettes is pretty good because it always hits level 0.
Always hits. Yes. Yeah, I don't know. Just extremely strong.
Yeah, strong but simple. All right,
Flavor
blue
as well.
notable. Yeah, blue notable to close it out here. Last climax swap in the set. It's a 3,500 oversized as it gives your opponent's characters Encore 2, and it's an on-death climax swap. So we got it all. We got the TD Makima, which is just a normal waiting room one. We got the Makima that climax swaps from deck. We got the Aki that sacks a character. We got the Kobeni that's a normal climax swap, but it's a level 1. And now we have the Aki oversized that's on death. We got all kinds of climax swaps.
Like 20 CX swaps.
You're
Mhm.
remembering that all. That's impressive.
Well, I was like talking about this earlier today because I was going through making the set review, and I was like, why is there so many? I like went back and I had to like double check.
Yeah.
There's also Free Fresh. Free Fresh pretty cool when you're playing extend the mid game. deck that doesn't mind spending out its stock. Pretty cool that they have that. There is a level 0 that stuns only higher level characters in your opponent's back row, so not as good as the double stun power that we looked at before, but it's also a drop search, so you get a little bit of double utility there. There is a Ditch 2 anti-change counter to bottom deck, which is a level 1K counter, and then there is if you have a card memory, the 65, and then plus an additional 6K against level 2s if you're not playing the power combo.
Yeah, the Himo level 0 stunner I think is quite good if you cannot afford red into your deck and Gura is still a threat you're concerned about.
Yeah, because it's still a card that's good in every other matchup. Yeah. It's not a dead
still,
card.
Like fine against like standby and stuff like that. Like it is not dead and it's a drop search. Like it's still a good card to play. For sure.
All right, box topper lightning round. Let's see if any of these are any good. This power is a 500 assist in front, and it is a spammable salvage brainstorm. It's fine. Yep. Level 0 Denji. On play, look at top, leave it there, put it on the bottom of your deck. And then if you have another Devil Hunter Devil character, you can send one card from hand to the waiting room, sack this card, and choose one of your opponent's characters and drag it. It's
grapple hook.
It's grapple.
Hey, that sparks one of these. That's a smile, brother. I like that.
That is fun. Card.
It's a nice option.
Level 0 Himo on play, pay 2 free fresh.
And you get Meno. Big buff on this card.
Yeah, the way it's playable.
C playable.
Yeah.
2/1 Makima. You can pay 1, salvage this card. Loopable backup.
Hey.
Geld counter.
Good with your...
It's a card that exists. If
you're early play that you want to keep using over and over.
I call these the pig punch.
The pig puncher.
The pig punch. Squisher.
Yeah, she's squishing.
Pig squisher. I hardly knew. Yep, knew. Okay, next line.
It's soft.
Level 0 Aki.
I hardly know her. Wow.
When this card is placed on stage from hand or then from stage to waiting room, you may pay 1, send a character from hand to waiting room to look it up to the top 3 cards, choose a card from among them out of your hands. Double time Cosma.
Ding, 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 ding. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, that one is good.
Wait, really so we got actually.
We have like 5 completely playable cards as box toppers. What the fuck? You're like not unhappy to open any of these. These are all like
those box. It has been so long since I've seen a set where
these are all all perfectly fine 1-ofs.
Yeah, these are like all perfectly fine 1-ofs to like toss in your trial deck.
Yeah, these
and they're all level 0s or backups. Actually, what the fuck? Wow, slam dunk.
Yeah, good job. No notes. Bushiroad actually made good box toppers. I also think this card is really strong, but you know.
Yeah, this card's pretty good.
Yeah.
These double timed utility profiles are really good.
They're just way too good. Yeah.
Mio,
Mio, anyone? Hello, Mio. Broken ass card when you're playing the standby.
All right, well, that was Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man's kind of a banger. You shouldn't
banger set.
You shouldn't skip out on Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man's banger show, banger manga, banger Weiss set. Just don't talk to the fans.
Not interact
unless
with friends.
unless
they shower.
Unless they're manga reader fans, then they're probably fine.
True.
No, I don't think those are worth talking to either.
Are they? Okay. Are they bad too, dude?
I think they're just as bad.
Are they just as bad?
I'm looking at the mirror right now. Am I the problem? Really? Am I the
Always
problem?
have been. No. See the guys behind me with the gun. We're in space.
It was me.
It was me all along. I was there. Yeah, don't miss Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man's gonna be a banger. I think most people knew. The Makima, we're talking. I like to like tap up. We're not like a rarity chaser channel or like financial channel or anything like that. There are many other YouTube channels that do that much better than us. However, in terms of like things to look out for that will make you as a player make it easier for you to acquire cards, to buy a playset off your local whale. the Makima is like an insane like $2,000 card in JP, right? Like this is like the insane like turbo chase, the Makima Ricky.
Yeah, it is the syntax for sure.
And Chainsaw Man, hella popular. So like track down your local case cracker and get yourself a Chainsaw Man playset.
Yeah. No, I think this set will be similar to Hololive in terms of just availability due to people just cracking boxes looking for the chase cards.
And there's a ton of good stuff in this set. Like it's not just like the stock soul bar deck that we talked about a lot. That is like that's like the meta deck, I guess, quote unquote. But like
deck for sure.
Yeah, I don't even want to say meta. It's like the poster boy deck because like these other decks are strong. Like there's stuff you can do with power.
We went through.
Yeah, it's like
they were crazy. Power, the dick kick deck.
Yeah, even the dick kick deck is good. The squisher deck,
theoretical bullets deck. I don't know.
Yeah,
man.
the squisher deck, dude. I want to build the squisher deck.
The squisher deck as well,
yeah.
The dick squisher.
The dick squisher. Is it just
squisher?
Bar? But wait, but we won't have anything to dick squish if we squish it all.
We'll get there. That's why we're
we still have to cook. This is the set.
It's still in the oven. We haven't decided yet.
It'll be interesting if Stout doesn't get hit by the time this comes out.
For sure.
Because I don't think Stout existed when this set came out, right?
It did not. No.
Like Sal was dead.
No, Sal was long dead.
I think the next ban list announcement definitely decides how you build this deck. Because
I can't believe Sal's not getting hit. And Slime.
I mean, it's not
getting hit instead of Sal.
Dude, it's not fucking putting up results. It's so like in a way, it's very funny. But like, I also understand why everyone is playing Slime because I played Slime for exactly the same goddamn reason.
Can I reveal my super embarrassing secret?
What's your secret?
I went to Vancouver BCS and I went X3 drop playing Alice. Ooh.
Oh no!
Ooh, I have never played 3 consecutive games of Weiss that went so poorly. Like I am not coping. I did not get to play the game. Like it went so poorly. Like literally any other deck would have played fine.
That sounds like my New Jersey.
I do think Alice does have like a lot of shakiness in the opening. Yeah. If you're not like man, you gotta like really try to get a read, or like you gotta like okay, it's a lot of matchup knowledge, which like like that's a given for like a big tournament where it's like okay, is my opponent gonna try field to be? What's my opponent probably gonna open with 0? You have to really try to get a read of how the 0 is gonna go. And it's like okay, if I have one turn, this is my out to try to do something, and this is how I'm gonna play my punt turn at 1. To like go into my Alice, or if you got a read that you can take it like slower, like because of matchup, or like if your opponent went first or something like that, what they fielded or whatever.
Yeah. Now here's my cope part. I think I played my matches as well as I could have because I'm talking like I hard mulligan 5 and opened 1-0 and then did not draw any other zeros.
Okay, that's nuts. Yeah.
Like multiple turns in a row. So this is maybe me coping, but I think I played it as well as I could have. But like,
yeah.
So yeah, Alice not putting up results doesn't need to be banned. Honestly, get that slime deck out of here. Ew, PU stinky. Probably smokes cigarettes. Kind of stinks, dude. Yuck. Analog vapes.
Analog
vapes.
Analog vapes.
Shizu just sitting. Shizu and Muron just sitting there, fucking smoking like.
Yeah, no, my slime opponents, bro, they're smoking analog vapes, they're breathing through their mouth, they're rubbing both of their brain cells together to tri-field, like, I don't know, bro, ban the deck.
Slime players thinking slime is like some sort of like big brain-based deck.
What do you mean? You put the Murons down.
Yeah, you play can slam 3 Murons down and just fucking you just drool after that.
It's right. Okay, look, it's more rewarding than playing some of the other decks that also drool in different ways.
Okay,
everyone's drooling, brother. Everyone's drooling,
when you're
brother.
Comparing dragging my knuckles and breathing manually while playing Gura to drooling and turning my brain off while playing Majoran. Like, okay, yes.
Dude, okay, you get to turn your brain on when you get to level 3 and you got to put together the finisher turn.
Oh,
That's the fun
man.
part.
Yeah, you're right. Shucks, if only I know how to count to 4.
What do you mean? What do you mean, brother? Okay, look, all the decks at the top right now are, they're all kind of like, I do think, I was listening to Clinton on the Refresh Point podcast earlier this week, and they kind of hit a point where it's just like, yeah, it's just like all these like 2-1 like heavy mid game decks. It's like, you know, you keep getting a lot of them, and they keep staying good. It just keeps, it does keep getting stale, because it's like, if you think of it, like 3 out of 4 of the quote unquote top decks, well, honestly it's 3.5, right? Because Hololive, the other half is mid game decks, right? Yeah. But it's like Murin, Alice, which is like just mid game a level earlier. It's the same strategy. It just carries it through. Slime, obviously, and then Overlord is also a mid game deck. So when all the decks are mid game decks, yeah, it does. There's a certain amount of drooling every deck is doing, I think. when you're all mid game big board stuff going on.
I'll save the slander for you because that's your thing. I don't want to steal your thunder, so I'll say.
What do you mean slander's my thing? What?
I'll say that sure. Maybe everyone's deck has a little bit of thinking to it, but I don't know, man. Like,
you know, it was an absolutely.
How about let's play Legacy Weiss for a little?
Legacy Weiss.
Make you actually have to think about how I'm generating value.
Yeah, dude, lost format.
Just
I gotta get on that.
Off.
My I've been so goddamn busy, so I mean, we're kind of in the ramble mode right now already. So I'll ramble about this. I mentioned it kind of on some of the other videos. I've been so goddamn busy. Like literally after Chicago, I got back, and I think I've been like at a wedding or an event every weekend up until like 2 weeks ago. And I took 1 week to just be like, oh my God, holy shit. And then like I was trying to like put content together, and then I'm trying to put content together after being done with all these weddings and all these events and all these other things. And then the rest of the locals, they're all grinding for One Piece. So I'm just like kind of doing it alone. It's like, oh God damn it. But like we're back on the content grind, trying to get stuff out every week if possible. It's just been it's been a fucking whirlwind. So whatever. At least I snuck in something there this season. The first event. In and out. Got out of there. Yeah. Well, anyway, that's Chainsaw Man. It was a banger. Don't miss it. We'll do Ollie first because he never has a shout out. Ollie, you got a shout out this time? Do you think of one?
SDS is a base and red pill deck. That's my shout out.
Wow.
Wow.
Really gonna put yourself out there like that, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Well. It's your shout out. All right.
It's your time.
Yeah, it's your time. You do whatever you want.
Maybe something less controversial.
I gotta fucking, pull the wool out of everyone's eyes.
Yep. Ollie Yahtzee Burke coming in. All right, John, what do you got for us? Got any shout outs?
Check out Wild Wild Weiss. We totally post articles and videos still. I'm not lying to you.
What do you mean?
Please.
Except
Tim literally just did something for the first time.
I know. I literally went
has been so busy, but it is the best season. We have more Macross. You actually get articles from Tim. They are good. That man loves Macross. Go check it out if you're even slightly interested about the series. His article is very good, but I plan on maybe writing something eventually. I don't know. I say that every single time, but please go check out Wild Wild Weiss.
I love my favorite Macross series, Robotech.
I think I almost like choked laughing reading the Southern like preacher like rewrite of like attack order doesn't matter because it was preordained.
Yeah. Your attack order doesn't matter because God predetermined it. The Calvinism.
Exactly. Yeah, the Calvinism. Yeah, I remember reading that while eating, and I think I like almost choked on my food.
Trust me, I was in the trenches for that one. I get a message from him. He's like, You think people are gonna get this? Like, I'm not sure. Like,
trust
how
me, I got
familiar
it.
people are with religion, like theories. I'm like, Tim, I don't care if anybody else realizes
so
what it is. At least for me and like,
yeah, it's so
the
funny.
2 other people that care, please write it. And oh my goodness, yeah. If you want to check out one article on Wild Wild Weiss, just check out the Attack Order Does Not Matter one. That is a banger article.
I literally went
is
into
it
the
flow
stream.
tier?
I went into the stream where Jason and Tim were just like raving about Macross, and I said my favorite part of Macross getting announced for Weiss again is that now Tim has to write more articles.
It's real. It's so real. Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's it. Like I said, more content in the pipeline. I literally went into the thing this morning and like just picked the Chainsaw Man was at the top of the next list because we didn't have any cards for Guilty Gear. Now we have cards for Guilty Gear.
Yeah,
they were pretty cool.
Yeah.
They were pretty cool.
cards.
We can never escape Ram being good.
No,
we can never escape.
She walked
The
away.
card is so strong.
It's okay. Well, Kevin's got to update the foot tier list. We got a lot of things going on.
The grippers.
They fucking
She's
nerfed
always
her
got
and then
them
they gave her
grippers
a
out.
new move.
We're throwing swords, brother. That's what's going on.
Yeah,
There's more
learned how
flavor
to
in those
play
cards
swords.
than there is in the entirety of the rest of the Ian
Oh my
originals.
god.
And with that,
You
we're
dropped it.
gone. We're gone. See ya.